UFC is back in Abu Dhabi for actually a pretty fun card. Main event is really good. It's during the day here in New York, and as always, plenty of money to be made. Let's get into it. First fight of the night, we got Nikita Krylov taking on Bogdan Guskov. So Krylov is 30-10. This is his second stint in the UFC. He did go 6-3 from 2013 to 2016. Left, came back in 2018 and has gone 5-5 since then. So he is 11-8 overall in the UFC. Guskov 17-3. That is 3-1 in the UFC. Krylov has won 3 of his last 4, but he is coming off a brutal first round knockout loss. Guskov has won 3 straight, all of them coming by finish. Krylov, 33 years old. Guskov, 32 years old. So I wanted to take fight does not go the distance here, but truth be told, I could not get it at plus money, parlaying it with any other fight. So I'm going to ride with the under 2.5 here. It's minus 230. Going to throw it in a parlay. I'll get to it as we go. Krylov's hit it in 4 of his last 5, and Guskov's hit it in all 20 of his pro fights. One of his pro fights did go to a decision, but it was only a 2-round fight. Technically still hit the under 2.5. Let's go. If you guys are looking for anything else to take, I do like Guskov as a dog here, plus 170. They're both going to go for the finish, which is Guskov's kind of fight. Both roughly the same age. Guskov, though, way less miles on the body. It feels like Nikita Krylov's been around forever, and he's been getting punched in the head a lot, you know? Guskov, a little less miles on the body. Just feel like this kind of favors him here. This kind of fight, ride with the dog. If you do like Krylov, though, take him by finish. It's minus 130. 28 of his 30 pro wins have come by finish, and Guskov has been finished twice before. The over 1.5 is plus money. You know that's tempting to me. Plus 134. Krylov's hit it in 6 of his last 10 fights, and Guskov's hit it in 2 straight. So it's actually pretty solid over 1.5. And I mentioned I wanted to take fight does not go the distance. It's minus 600. So hard to parlay it in a 2-legger at plus money. 36 of Krylov's 40 pro fights have not gone the distance, and 19 of Guskov's 20 pro fights have not gone the distance. That is 92% combined. Next fight of the night, we got Almabayev taking on Jose Ochoa. So Almabayev is 21-3. That is 4-1 in the UFC. Ochoa is 8-1 with 1 no contest. That is 1-1 in the UFC. Almabayev is coming off that loss to Manel Kopp, but he was on a 17-fight win streak before that. Also, he got poked in the eye a lot in that fight. You know, a little fluky. Ochoa has won 3 of his last 4. Almabayev, 31 years old. Ochoa, 24 years old. You know, I got to ride with my dark horse of 2025, Almabayev moneyline at plus money, plus 100. I'll take that shit all day. He's a good wrestler. He's got an 18 takedowns in his 5 UFC fights. That's good enough for 4 per 15 minutes. Ochoa was taken down twice in his last fight. Sure, he ended up getting the knockout, but if Almabayev can keep him down here, I like him to get the decision victory. Let's fucking go, Asu. If you guys are looking for anything else to take, they've only dropped the over-under props on this fight, so we'll go through what I got, but either way, over 2.5 is minus 175. I actually like that a lot for a parlay piece. Almabayev has hit it in 3 of his last 4, and that one outlier was 14 seconds away from hitting, so like pretty close to have hit it in 4 straight. Ochoa's hit it in half of his UFC fights. Granted, he's only had 2 UFC fights, but, you know, still 50-50. And again, these haven't dropped yet, but I like these props. Ochoa by KO. 7 of his 8 pro wins have come by KO, and Almabayev has been KO'd twice before. And Almabayev by decision. 9 of his 21 pro wins have come by decision, including his last 3 wins. And Ochoa's lone pro loss came by decision. Never been finished before. Next fight of the night, we got Shara Magomedov taking on Marc-Andre Barriault. Shara 15-1. That is 4-1 in the UFC. Barriault is 17-9 with 1 no contest. That is 6-8 with 1 no contest in the UFC. Shara is coming off his first pro loss to Michael Venom Page. He was on a 15-fight win streak before that. Marc-Andre has lost 3 of his last 5. Shara still just 31 years old. Barriault, 35 years old. So I really wanted to take Shara here, but it's just so damn expensive. So instead, I'm going to take a risky-ass play and go with the over 1.5, which is minus 150. I'm parlaying it with the under 2.5 in Krylov. Guskov gets us plus 139. Do like the odds for a two-legger, but again, man, this is going to be sweaty as hell. I feel like Magomedov's going to get him out of there. It's just a matter of how quickly he gets him out of there. But Shara has hit the over 1.5 in all 5 of his UFC fights. That makes me feel a little better. And Barriault has hit it in 4 of his last 7, and I feel like if Barriault maybe possibly wrestles here, it goes a little long, hopefully. I don't know. We'll see. If you guys are looking for anything else to take, mentioned I wanted to take Shara Bullet money line, just a little too expensive for me. But if you want to take it, it's minus 595. He's a better striker than Barriault. He gets hit less often. If this stays standing, I mean, this is Shara's fight all day. I mentioned Barriault should wrestle, but he hasn't gotten a takedown in 11 straight fights. So a little nervous that he won't get one here either, you know? Not nervous. Well, I guess I'm nervous. I need the over 1.5. Yeah, I'm nervous. And if you want Shara, but you want a little extra off the top, take him by KO. It's minus 145. 12 of his 15 pro wins have come by KO, and Barriault has been KO'd 3 times before, including his last 2 losses. Co-main event, we got Petr Yan taking on Marcus McGhee. So Yan is 18-5. That is 10-4 in the UFC. McGhee is 10-1. That is 4-0 in the UFC. Yan has lost 3 of his last 5, but he has won 2 straight fights. McGhee has won 6 straight fights, 5 of those coming by finish. Yan still just 32 years old. I always feel like he's older. McGhee, 35 years old. He's up there. So I wanted to take Yan money line here. Again, little too expensive to get it at plus money with another fight. So riding with the over 2.5. It's minus 280. Do feel like this one goes long. Neither guy been finished before, or been KO'd before, I should say. Yan has hit it in 8 straight fights. The over 2.5, that is, and McGhee has hit it in 2 straight fights. So again, like it to go a little long. Mentioned I liked Yan money line. If you guys want to take it, he's minus 355 right now. He's only lost to champions in the UFC, and his last 3 wins came against top 6 bantamweights. McGhee has not fought anyone in the current top 15. So big step up in competition here for Marcus McGhee. Another prop I like is fight end by knockout. It's plus 245. 7 of Yan's 18 pro wins have come by knockout, and 8 of McGhee's 10 pro wins have come by knockout. So both guys can thump, but like I mentioned, both guys have never been KO'd before, so that's the risk there. I guess that's why it's so high. And probably the most likely outcome, I think, Yan by decision. It's minus 140. 10 of his 18 pro wins have come by decision, including his last 3 wins. So feel like that one goes long. Hopefully. Fingers crossed, right? Main event is a banger. We got Robert the Reaper Whittaker, a.k.a. Bobby Knuckle. You know, this guy goes by mad names, all right? And Reinier De Ridder, all right? Robert Whittaker, 26-8. That is 17-6 in the UFC. De Ridder, 20-2. That is 3-0 in the UFC. Whittaker has won 3 of his last 5, but he is coming off that brutal loss to Khamzat Chimaev, in which he got like his teeth pushed all the way back. Says it was a prior injury, which, you hope that it was a prior injury, but that shit looked brutal, my boy. De Ridder has won 4 straight, all 4 of them coming by finish. Both these guys, 34 years old. You know, De Ridder trying to make a title run here in the UFC. Whittaker, I guess, trying to piece one last title run together. You know, he's always kind of right in the mix. I got to ride with my boy Bobby Knuckles here. Money line, minus 142. I'm parlaying it with the over 2.5 in Petr Yan. Marcus McGhee gets us plus 131. I like that. I like how cheap of a favorite Whittaker is in this fight, because I feel like I like him a lot in this fight. At middleweight in the UFC, he's only lost to champions and Khamzat Chimaev, who might be a champion in a month. You know, we never know. And 7 of his last 10 fights have come against current top 15 middleweights. De Ridder, yeah, he's on a nice run in the UFC, 3-0, but still hasn't fought anyone in the current top 15. So just like the co-main, big step up in competition here for De Ridder. If you guys are looking for anything else to take, the over 1.5 is minus 190. Whittaker's hit it in 7 of his last 10 fights, and De Ridder's only hit it in 2 of his last 5, but his last fight was about 30 seconds away from hitting it. So, again, could have been 3 of his last 5. He gets close. If you guys like De Ridder, take him by finish. It's plus 150. 18 of his 20 pro wins have come by finish, and Whittaker has been finished 5 times before, including his last 2 losses. And Whittaker by KO is plus 180. 10 of his 26 pro wins have come by KO, including his last win, and both of De Ridder's pro losses have come by knockout.
I'm worth 100,000 like Woodrow. When a ball call me Wilson, going overboard at the Hilton.